Hello, welcome back to the Kitchen Casino. Last night's video, I was playing the furthest one out on the 12s, which is a 2-to-1 bets. And I continued playing after that video, and I wound up with $35. Because as I was playing, I actually won $275, but then I went all the way out to 10 bets and lost my $240, so I wound up with a net total of $35 for 2 days worth of play. So tonight, instead of doing the furthest one out, I'm going to be doing the bounce. And I've been playing the bounce for a little bit. I'm up almost $50. So I'm just going to keep going on the bounce. And I'll show you what the bounce is. I mean, well, we'll figure it out. First of all, I have 10 bets here. They start at a $3 bet and they go all the way out to an $81 bet. It's a total of $240. And obviously I'm using cards because I don't have an electronic board to follow at the casino right now, but cards actually makes it a little easier. So the bounce here is actually the second 12, because the third 12 came out last time. First 12 is the furthest one out, and the second 12 is the middle card, which is the bounce. And I'll show you that, the cards, in a minute. Anyway, let's see. I'm playing the second 12 here, and we'll start there. And by the way, if you see anything you like, you want to keep up on new techniques, new strategies, I'm putting a video out every day. And I'm just doing the 2-to-1s, like I'm just on a 2-to-1 kick. So, alright, so 27 came out, that was a loser. That makes the third 12 the back of the deck again. Second 12 is still the bounce, that's the one that came out before this. So like second 12 comes out and then third 12 comes out. Second 12 would be the bounce. And the first 12 at the back of the deck here would be the furthest out. So the third 12 is still at the follow position. So you have follow, bounce, furthest out. Okay, and we have a row 3, which was the furthest out, now is a follow, which puts row 1 in the bounce position. Okay, so we're on our second bet, still a $3 bet. And it's a 12, this is a loser. Row 3 in the follow position. First 12 was the furthest one out, that's what I was playing last time, which is 1. It's back to the follow position. And third 12 is now in the bounce, the middle card. So, third 12. See what happens here. So I'm hoping it goes boom, 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 which it does a lot. Let's see. Second 12, which was the furthest one out. Now it's in the follow. Third row is already in the follow position. And it's a loser. Row 1 is still on the bounce. When I say row 1, it's these. Row 2 is these. Row 3 is these. Row 3 is killing it. It's still in the follow position. Second 12 in the follow position. So now it's following. Second 12 is there, yeah. So now we're back to the 12s, and we're doing the first 12 with a bounce. And this is the 5th bet. That's a loser. Second 12 again. following the crap out of each other. And yet when I play the follows, okay, so row 1 was the bounce. I would have won if I was playing the rows. But now row 3 is the bounce. But again, I just keep switching back and forth between the rows and the 12s. Okay, that time it bounced. It's the 18. I don't know if you can see that, but it's the 18. That's a winner. But on the 6th bet, okay, so that puts row 3 at the front of the deck as a follow. It puts second 12, which is still at the front of the deck. And I'm playing 12s next. But with 6 out, my 6th bet is only a $3 win. So I'm going to put a 5 here. I'm going to put 2 back in the kitty here. Alright, so now we're playing 12s. First 12 is the bounce, that's the middle card. Second 12 just keeps coming out. Nothing changes there. Second 12 goes from the furthest one out to a follow, and the bounce is now of row 3. The row starting with 3. No, that was a loser. So, on our second bet here. Mm, 23 came out again. So things are following each other tonight. Row 2 already in the follow position. Second 12 has been coming up all the time. First 12 is the bounce. So we're doing first 12 is the bounce. That was the last thing that came out before second 12, I guess. And then a 0 comes out, and we all lose. So I'm just switching, you know, from the 12s to the rows. This is my 4th bet. Row 3 is still the bounce here on the rows. That's a winner. So row 3 goes from the bounce to the follow position. Row 1 is the first one out. Row 2 is the bounce. And we have the third 12 was the last one out. Goes to the follow. Second 12 is the bounce. First 12 is the furthest one out. So, and we're playing 12s. There's a $3 win.
That car you're driving, that house your family lives in, making your daughter laugh, inspiring her to do, you did that. Teaching your son to drive, teaching him everything, all you.
There's 50 bucks. There's a room at friggin' Shady Oaks Motel down there. Alright,
American Family Insurance.
so we're doing a second 12. And like I said, I'm just doing the 2 to 1s for now, and I want to go out as far as it takes for me to lose this. Because like I said, no matter what system you use, like I can play this, and like I did the other night with doing the furthest ones out, I won $275, but then I lost $240. So I still have my 240, but I was only ahead 35 bucks. You know, so let's see where this one goes. That's a winner. The winner on the first bet is actually a $6 win. first bet is $6, third bet $4, fifth bet $4. The rest of the bets are all $3 wins. Just winning my ante back, so to speak, winning my stake back. So second 12 came out, so let's move into the follow position. Second row came out. That was a bounce as well, so either way, whatever I played, I would have won. Now let's move into follow position. Third 12 is now the bounce, the middle card. And that was the first win, first bet. Came out. That's a winner. So the rows bounced. In other words, it went from the row 2, it went from row 3 to row 2 and back to row 3. That's how I came up with the bounce. So row 3 is now in follow position. Well, if I get back here, the bounce is going to be a row 2 unless it changes on this roll. Third 12 did come out. First 12 was the furthest one out. Now it's going to the follow. Bounce is now a second 12. Yep, and that won. That's another $6 win. Because on these 2-to-1 bets, there's only 3 things that can happen. It's either going to follow, right? Like 13 will come out, maybe 18, 22, whatever. It follows that 12. Or it's going to bounce. I mean, we were just over here. It goes over here and comes back. That's a bounce. Or it could be the furthest one out. So it goes here, 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 here. Now 3 becomes the furthest one out. And that's how these cards keep it easy to keep track. I think it's even easier than looking at the board and trying to figure out, okay, what was the last one, what was that? Because every time one comes out, like the second 12 was the bounce, now it's the follow, right? But I'm playing the bounce, which is always the second card, because this was in the back before and came out. So third 12 is the furthest out, but I just played the 12s, now I'm playing the rows. Row 1 just came out, was the furthest out. Switching it back to the follow. Row 3 is now the bounce. So, there we go. I don't know if you're understanding that, but there's only 3 cards in this whole deck here. And we have a 19. Which was a row 1, which followed. Second 12 followed. Okay, that's a loser. Our second bet is going to be on the first 12 because that's the bounce on the 12s. And follow came out again. Second 12 came out, so no changes here. Third 12 came out, which was the bounce, but I didn't play it. Now row 1 is the bounce. So we're doing row 1. But obviously, eventually, you know, I'm working with 10 bets, so eventually, you know, it will not bounce for 10 times. I haven't tried to bounce on just a single station, like first 12, second, all the 12s or all the rows. The bounce might work better here than switching back and forth, but we'll see. That was a loser. Row 2 was the last one out. Row 3 becomes the bounce, but I'm playing 12s next. Okay, first 12 was the bounce, now it's the follow. Still playing second 12. Third 12 is still the furthest one out. But these two have been coming up for a while. This one and this one. And it's a 16. That's a winner. So, fourth bet. 3, 4. That's a $3 win. And right now, so second 12 came out, and that goes to the beginning of the deck. Row 1 comes out, and that's the furthest out, that goes to the beginning. And now we're playing a row 2, which is the middle card. Or the bounce. Another $10 down. So 19. I should have just stayed there. I was doing a follow when I won, when I was doing the furthest out. It got confusing, and not only that, it started going out way too deep for me, so that's a loser. So row 2, wait, row 1 is already there. Don't have to move that. No changes on that deck. Second 12, no changes there. First 12 is still a bounce. Alright, that's a winner. Second win, so I just bet $3. I would have won 6 on the first bet. Bet another $3, I'm only winning 3. So it's a $3 bet. There. Okay. First 12 was the bounce, now it's in the follow. Row 1, still in the follow. So row 2 is still the bounce. And row 2 on this table is really iffy. It comes out a lot at the casino I play at, but here, row 2 is, few and far between. But there it is. 8 came out. There's the 8. So that was the first bet. That's an $8 or $6 win. Sorry, $6 win. And yeah, so row 2 was the bounce. Goes back to the beginning of the deck. Row 1 is now the bounce. First 12 still in the follow position. Second 12 middle card. It's the bounce. Okay, that's a loser. Okay, I'm going to end this video next time I win and continue playing. I'll let you know how far I come up before I lose it all, because like I said, I used the furthest ones out, and I won $275, and then all of a sudden I went out 10 bets, went out all the way, and wound up with $35 in my pocket, with the 240, of course, because I won my stake back. My 240 is my stake, but anyway. So I just played the 12s. Played the second 12, first 12 came out, that's a loser. First 12 was a follow. Row 3 was the furthest one out. That's what I was playing last time. So row 2 is still the bounce. So row 2 is now the bounce. Well, row 2 came out last time. Went from 8 to here. So yeah. That bounces back. It'll be all good. $14, that's a winner. So that's a $3 win. Row 2 is now goes to the beginning of the deck. Row 3 is now my bounce card. Second 12 was the bounce, so both bounces won. So no matter where I played, I would have won. Row 2 goes to the beginning of the deck. First 12, second 12, first 12 becomes the bounce. Okay. The good thing, when I play in Wendover, so that was a $3 win. Right. Alright. When I play in Wendover, I can bring these cards with me. You know, we can bring them in any casino. And when you pick up the row 1, you do the adjustment, you know where you're playing, you adjust it, put the cards down, then you know you're playing the 12. So I have a shitty memory. I can't go back and forth. But anyway. But next time I will be playing the 12s. I'll just leave these here. But yeah. Like it if you want to come back and see what I do tomorrow with this. See how far I got. I'm up 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 82 bucks. Doing this right now. Not playing all that long. But I do want to see how far it will go out before it crashes. Because every system will crash. It's just a matter of how long it will take for it to crash. So I'm looking for a system I can play like basically all day and walk away with money even if it does crash. Because when I was playing the farthest ones out, I still walked away with 275 bucks, but I started with 240. So I only had a $35 increase. And that's not good for a day's work. Right? So anyway, like, subscribe, send me a message. You have a good night.